Hello everybody, I hope everybody's having a great day today. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Okay, today is going to be my project pan, but lazy. Yeah, I have not done my numbers and I have not done makeup all that much this month either. Maybe a couple of weeks worth, 3 pushing it. So yes, I finished some stuff and some other stuff's gone down and some other stuff is not. So we're just going to go through and I'm winging it. I am just winging it. Okay, we're going to start with the good stuff I finished. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to go with what I actually finished first. My little sample of the primer from Marc Jacob, that one is done. And it came with a glowy Marc Jacob little primer. And this one's almost done, so it'll be done within a week. And so that is good to go. The other thing I finished ages ago actually is what I was, this is the container where I had crushed up my balm face powder, all clean, ready for the next one. I'm gonna put it away in my tools drawer. But yeah, I did that one, that was good. Also what I finished is my Pericone Md primer, all done. It didn't want to quit, but I don't know, I don't think it really did anything. This is a primer. This one surprised me. This one took me by surprise because once I finally saw pan, it went quickly. And I was just not getting there. It's like, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but the pan itself is quite deep. And because you don't need to use that much, it's a concealer, but I was using it as a contour. It went quickly once I finally hit pan, but getting to pan took forever. So in that respect, you do get your money's worth. And if I had been using this as an actual concealer, yeah, I wouldn't be done. So that's good. You actually get your money's worth. Because I know it's an expensive product, but I got it through BoxyCharm, so it wasn't that expensive. The other thing I finally finished, my IT Cosmetics Cream Blush. Took forever to get to pan. I've had this forever. I technically should have stopped, actually, technically should have never picked it up to use it. But I liked it and it's gone. Okay. I don't like it. And it's the wrong color. This is the e.l.f. highlighter. I used it quite a bit, but it is exceedingly greasy. I would say it's halfway. I stopped using it. It's just too greasy. The Pericone Md Concealer is just way too orange. It's just... Okay, so it's not a concealer so much as a color corrector, but it just, no. It's not cutting it, plus it creases, and I'm done. I think this has been in, yeah, this has only been in my project pan for about a month. Look at that. It's like less than half. I guess I use a lot of setting spray. What else do I have in here? This one should be done in a couple of weeks. This primer from Cake Beauty. I'm down to here now. So it's a moisturizer. That's what I end up using it for. So I have no problems with this. I use it as a moisturizer. I don't really have a proper primer right now. Just not looking into it. One thing I'm considering taking out is this Covergirl Concealer. It freaking creases. I gotta try it again. I switched to this one, which I just got last week, and I've had it on for 3-4 hours now, and I came into the room, and as I was putting my lipstick on again, my eyes are so creasy, but I found out last week or the week before why my eyes are so crepey, and it has to do with the prednisone, the 6 months of prednisone I did because of my health issues. And I didn't know until I did more research that it can cause crepey skin, and I just got lucky. What else do I have in here? These two. Okay, so these two are what I'm mixing for my base. And I like the way it looks. Not so much now because I've been laying down, my hand on my face, etc., etc. Anyway, I'm about here on this. I know you can't tell, but I've been looking with flashlight and all that stuff, but I'm about here. And this one, which is a really, really nice BB cream, it's just that it's too dark, and this is a really nice foundation that's just too light, and they don't make anymore and is no longer cruelty free. But putting these together gives me this. It's still a smidge dark, and that's my fault because I put a little bit too much of this and not enough of this. I'm at home. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But yeah, I'm getting there. I'm about here. And who was it? It was Jen Phelps who was saying that this is one of the underrated products that she feels is underrated. And if Jen Phelps says it's underrated, as far as I'm concerned, her word is golden. Because she works so hard at comparisons and whatnot and testing her products that I believe her. And then the one time that it's like, I have that, and which is what made me decide to marry these two together, because I have them and they need to be used. So why not, right? What else? Well, it doesn't want to stop. It really, like, if you look, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the thickness around here is 0.5 millimeter. It just does not want to stop. I didn't use it today because today I used my Charlotte Tilbury face palette, but it does not want to quit. I am ready to throw this out. I am so done with it. It is a nice bronzer. I am just so fed up with it. Fed up. But we'll see what happens in the next month. Maybe for my birthday. Good criminy. Here's another one that I've used fairly regularly. Dalton. Love it. Waiting anxiously for it to be done. But in a way I'm not either, because the two highlighter colors that I love the most are these two. I don't care what brand. I really don't. These are my two favorites. The pink and the champagne. Can we get it? Thank you. The pink and the champagne. This one I like this one because it's a little more subdued, but it's a bit yellow. But I love the champagne. And my Hourglass one that I put away because I loved it is champagne. So that in itself is pretty good. But I've got a good dent in this too. This one I used maybe 2 or 3 times only, so it's not worth mentioning more than that. Let's see. This is the powder that I took after the balm. It's the Makeup Forever foundation powder. And you can tell I've used it, but there's no dent yet. Because I don't use a lot because my skin is crepey enough as it is. Now the other one that I've been using is the Natasha Denona, which is this one and this one. This highlighter and this cream blush. There we go. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a dent in there. There's a dent in both of them. They're gonna last forever. They really are. And this one is definitely a winter color, but it's so pigmented, it's gonna take forever to finish, if I ever get to finish. Let's see, do I have anything else? Anything? I think I mentioned this in one of the videos. Look at this. I've been working so hard on this. I want to finish. I love the color, but I want to finish one lip product. Just one. I would be thrilled. I can't say how far down I am in this, my Dior lip gloss, but I didn't use it this week, but every other day before that I was using it. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, good criminy. I got another eyelash, eyebrow mascara ready because this one seems to be getting close to the end, but it doesn't want to give up. It does not want to give up. So it's still sitting there waiting. And my lip pencil. Look at my lip pencil. It's getting there. It's so tiny. It's and I need to sharpen it again. It's almost. Let's see. Do I have anything else here? No. Oh. Well, this one's not giving up either. And this one I love, so I don't want it to give up. And I'm losing everything here. This one, I wish I could tell how much there is left in this. This is my Eyebrow Pencil, which I have been using a lot lighter because I was going a little heavy-handed and my eyebrows were looking a little too dark. I don't like it much, but I have to finish it. It's a dark brown, that's why. And it's from Milani. But it just says automatic pencil. It doesn't, you can't go back on it. So I don't know how far down it is. All I know is that every day I use it, I turn it up a little bit. But because I've been going so much lighter on my eyebrows than I was before, I've got a spot here. I must have scratched my eye. What am I looking for? I must have done something. I thought I fixed it before the camera went on. Oh well. It's not like I'm going to see the Queen. So yeah, it's just, I don't know how much longer I have with this. And after this, I am either going to use a powder or hopefully finish my Maybelline little gel pot. It's probably going to be the Maybelline gel pot because that one needs to be finished. I've had it for a long time and I can't buy Maybelline again. Another one that I've been using daily, tiny little dent don't want you guys to get blinded. And that's the contour shade. I don't know if you guys can see if it's got a dent or not. But I am telling you, it's not giving up. It is just not giving up. And I can't weigh this anymore because it just, the powder is so light compared to the weight of the packaging that it just doesn't tell you anything. I used this, was it this one? I used it a couple of times. These don't have very much in them to begin with. Like, if I put my mind to it and tried to use it, I probably could be done within a month or two. But I don't know. This one, yeah, see, this one's almost done. Almost. I really should just concentrate on it and finish it, but I don't wanna. I really should. Okay. So this is it. This is my little project pan. Not as much progress as usual, but the things that have come into my project pan recently have been products that were full. I've done all of the half fulls and all that. That was done fairly quickly. But when I went to do some rearranging of a couple of drawers because I had a few more high-end products, and my goal always had been to have 2 drawers of high-end products and the rest was whatever. 1 drawer, eyeshadow palettes. Anyway, and the 1 drawer where I am keeping all of my completed project pan stuff because I want to do one final video at the end of the year to say this is what I finally finished, is full. It is so full, it's overflowing. I mean, that's a good thing. That just means that I've been using the product, but I'm running out of space. It just means that I'm glad I did the project pan. I'm glad I turned to doing this because it means, yes, I know what I like, even if I can't buy some of this. It means I'm still looking for the perfect concealer because I can't seem to find one that works. It means that, yes, I have a bronzer that is very close to being done, and then I can go to the other bronzers. You know, I didn't let this amazing, amazing blush go to waste like it was doing before. Same with this expensive primer, did not go to waste. This concealer, which I would not have used under any other circumstances because it was too dark as a concealer, didn't go to waste either. So I am thrilled I have been doing this project pan. I just wish I had more answers for myself. Oh well. Even by 54, in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I will be 54 very soon at the end of the month. And I'm still looking for answers. So if there's any kids watching me, you never get answers, kids. You just never do, because there's always going to be questions, which is a good thing, because that means the mind doesn't die out, even mine. Thank you, everybody, once again, for coming to spend some time with me. Please leave me a comment, like my video, subscribe to my channel. A bientôt.